Hey there, everybody, welcome back. This is late. I thought I did this weeks ago, and it turns out that I just didn't. Oops. So, hey, there's a double special coming up in like 48 hours. Let's talk about it. I will be more timely in the future. My bad. Anywho, double special heroes. Let's talk about it. This is the type of banner that pops around back when we have basically reruns of previous banners for special heroes throughout the year. It's a way to basically guarantee that you have one rerun of each special banner twice a year on initial release. So there's that. It usually is spaced out about 4 to 6 months apart. So once a banner comes out, you could expect to see them on another double special probably 4 to 6 months later, right? So makes sense, kind of, probably. Anyway, let's look at what we have remaining. Now, if you recall, I had a perfect prediction last time, and I kind of set the stage for what the next one would look like if I was correct, and it turns out I was. So I think that this will likely remain. We had basically the rest of the ninjas used up in the last time. So now we just have Camilla here by her lonesome. She's also on the banner right now, color sharing alongside legendary Veronica and also rearmed Ophelia. So there is that. But she's sharing alongside delegates from the Thief banner and also Firefest. Not that Firefest, but you know. Blue, we have no remainders out. There's no stragglers from previous banners. It's all just winter onward. Green, we have a Thief remnant in South, and in colorless we have a Firefest remnant in Muspel. So, what does that mean? There's a lot of imbalance, unfortunately, which is evident upon the upcoming banner. And yes, I reworked this. You are welcome. It is more helpful, I know. So this has pretty much everybody that we've had so far this year, including December, because that's not technically this year, but you get my point. So this has basically December through the current special banner in April, which is kids, the children's banner. As you can see, there are a lot more red comparatively to pretty much any other color. Red is at best 4 additional heroes out. So what that means is that inevitably we are going to have some filler options. And by filler options, I mean probably previous duo or harmonized heroes making an appearance here. Probably in things like blue and colorless, as I can tell at the moment, but it will typically happen when you have a butt up against one another, and there's a rule breakage, right? So a rule breakage might be something along the lines of you can't have a duo hero color sharing alongside a 4-star, and there are a couple circumstances in colorless where that might actually happen. So we might see someone come back, right? In the past, it's been things like Duo Ninja Lin, or I think in green once we even saw Ninja Corn, I think, maybe, possibly. Don't quote me on that. But the point is, whenever they run into trouble, because not every special banner has one of every color represented, they will often backfill with previous duo or harmonized units that are typically pretty OP. So that's, I feel like, coming soon. Probably not this time, but inevitably it will happen. So just be aware of that. And then once that does happen, the worlds kind of realign themselves and things make just a little more sense. Because right now, with the extra number of reds we have a situation, if things were to continue to play out the way that they were, you would basically just have a double special that could just have red and nothing else. And that is what it is. There is also the other option of where Maybe in upcoming special banners, you omit a representation of color from the 4 options to help better balance. So, for example, Brides is coming up in May, right? Maybe we just don't have any red heroes on the Brides banner, and then you add an extra slot to blue, green, and then like 2 for colorless. You know what I mean? The difference here is that red often does not get omitted. So I think that there's a large likelihood that we're just gonna see extra filler from before. A little bit problematic because that ultimately means that the heroes that you're waiting for, not the refill, right? Those take longer to make it into the banner. But that is neither here nor there. And that is time for a different concern, because this is what I assume we're going to see for the upcoming banner in like 2 days. Sorry. So I think we're probably going to see Layla, and I think we're probably going to see Rinka in red. That fulfills one of the 4-star roles, right? For blue, we really don't have any options other than Cordelia as the duo, and then Ash as another 5-star. So what I think could potentially happen here, you might see some filler. There could be filler here. I don't know if that's entirely the case, but it could be. So instead of having New Year Ash, you might actually see a filler in the like of something else prior. For green, I think the high likelihood is having Thief Soth up with Santa Black Knight, which is a combination that I thoroughly enjoy, honestly. I love seeing them paired together. That's great. I love that. That does fulfill the other 4-star requirement, right? It's not ideal that Black Knight would be color sharing with a 4-star, because Black Knight is pretty coded, and Thief Soth is not maybe the best option. At best, he is a new dagger option for a hero you already like. But once we get the rearm dagger, I have an inkling that his inheritable weapon will not be that great as a primary option. Still good, but not perfect, right? So, you know, there's probably some color dodgers happening on green when you're trying to go for Black Knight and you hope you don't get a 5-star subs. And then in colorless, another interesting pair up. You would maybe think that Annette, since she is from the Winter Banner, would show up, but she is a 4-star, right? And we can't have color share with a duo and a 4-star. So I think they're probably going to bump Muspel over from the remainders pool and pair him up alongside ASKR. That would be my guess, and that would take us into the first half of January. The next double special likely would not be until June, pending any kind of emergency funding that they need, and they would pop one in for May. But I don't see that happening, so probably the next double special would be in June. And then you would probably round out the remainder of winter. So you might have Dorothea color sharing alongside Camilla. That's a pretty great pair up option there. But you know, we've also got Lind here, so she would probably pop in first. So maybe Camilla and Lind instead. Blue, bit of a mixed bag because we're getting very, very close to February, which is not that far away from June. So, like I said, there's probably some backfill that's going to be happening outside of red. I feel very confident that red is the way that it's going to be. And then every other color, possible backfill situation. May have to wait a little while for Annette. Next time is likely to be Elise up alongside what I assume would be Triandra from spring. But again, that's March, and that's only 3 months out. So could be some filler there as well. So maybe they put another filler in colorless and omit using Harmonized Lind and you know, go with the Camilla Dorothea combo. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll wait and see. Okay, let's just wait and see if this prediction is correct, and then we can take it from there. Okay, but that's your kind of brief forecast for June, just in case I forget to do this again. Anyway, hey, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, leave a like, and spam likes on the video. They probably do stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.